The Joburg Film Festival recognized its finest films and a host of African storytellers at the glittering awards last night. Creative duo Jahmil X.T, Qubeka and Layla Swart were honored with the inaugural Emerging Storyteller Award for their status as exciting new voices in African storytelling. Swart and Qubeka are here to tell us more about that, and with them, of course, is Brand Manager of Joburg, of the Joburg Film Festival, Lunga Nene. It's great to have you, ladies and gents. Thanks so much for making the time, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Lunga, let me start with you. Give us background into the 2019 Joburg Film Festival and sort of everything that went into conceptualizing what this year's festival would be all about.
So this year's festival, we really had a strong focus on the quality of stories we would curate for people to enjoy, and really that anchored how we navigated every part of the festival. And we were also very passionate and excited to use Johannesburg as a character on its own. And so the fact that we got to use the venues that we did was very beautiful. People attended everywhere, and using Nelson Mandela Square as the hub also just worked really, really well. And so stories was the theme. We told 60 beautiful stories. We got to present, rather, 60 beautiful stories, and used an iconic space that, you know, represents Nelson Mandela as a way to bring people together from all walks of life. So that's the basis of it, really.
Oh, congratulations once again. Let's talk about just the project that you guys entered, or, you know, that was presented. What was it all about, and what was the story that you guys were trying to tell?
Well, essentially we had a film out of competition in the festival, which was great. And the award that we were presented was an award from MultiChoice. It was an inaugural award for an African storyteller, but in the emerging category. And we have a company called Yellowbone Entertainment, and this is our third film, that Knuckle City, which was presented at the festival. So yeah, I think it was great to be acknowledged for what we're doing.
Let's talk about the quality of storytelling that is coming out of the South African scene at the moment. What are your views?
Well, essentially, I think, you know, it's important that we get to grapple and tell our stories without any kind of hindrance, because essentially it's an exploration of culture, an exploration of identity. That's the importance of what film does. It puts a mirror in front of society and says, hey, this is who and what we are. So, you know, the efforts that have been made throughout in terms of government's interventions into the space have been exceptionally wonderful. But this year has been a difficult year, you know. I think from an administration perspective, we've had a lot of challenges, especially with the Department of Trade and Industry, you know. I think at least 20 projects have been kind of held and not moved as they should have. So we're fighting bureaucracy, but at the same time, you know, this is what we do as artists, so we don't know how to do anything else.
I was speaking to a guest earlier on who was saying that it doesn't look like art is all that valued sometimes in South Africa. Are you of the same feeling? When we look at all the administrative challenges that you're talking about, or stumbling blocks, or challenges when it comes to funding, what more do you think should be done to make sure that art really has its own space in which it can thrive in our society?
Look, I definitely think we've made strides since 1994, you know. When I look at the front, when I speak to my leaders, the politicians, everybody is understanding the impact and power of the creative industries and just how much they can be quite a driving force for the economy. But unfortunately, then you've got bureaucracy below that, and that's where it is. It's the faceless pencil pushers. You know, they're the ones that give us trouble, because there's no accountability. But this is our country. We don't know how to do anything else. So we'll stick it through, and we'll grab them, and we'll hold them, and we'll make them drink from our trough.
Absolutely. And now, having a platform like the Joburg Film Festival, I mean, how do you think it positively contributes, especially to the lives of young filmmakers?
I think it's an exceptional opportunity. I think that there aren't very many opportunities for us to come together as an industry from different brackets in our careers, you know, as emerging, as legends, and this is a space where we can interact and share our plight and our stories, and see in which ways we can work together to improve the industry.
And what else can we expect? I mean, the Joburg Film Festival is really one of those events that must be on your calendar. And each year people look forward to seeing how it's curated. We look forward to seeing new names, new emerging filmmakers. Going forward, what are your hopes for this incredible project?
Well, my immediate hope is that people join us today at 4 p.m.
I love that.
Start there.
Let's start
Hopes
at the
don't always
beginning.
have to be about the future.
The immediate hope is that we just we're closing everything off today. We are still screening movies until 8 p.m., but we are all gathering under what will hopefully be clear skies at the Nelson Mandela Square to watch the movie that won Best Film last night, which is a movie called Rocks from the UK. So it'd be lovely if people could join us and just celebrate film and art with us then. But there are a lot of plans, obviously, to make sure that next year is bigger and better. And I think without lying, that's the best I can say for now, Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And Jahmil, what else are you guys going to be putting out there? I know that we've got all these challenges that you spoke about briefly, and someone actually told me what you were saying about the DTI in terms of getting its act together when it comes to funding. And of course, I'm sure you guys have more projects that you want to be putting out there. What can we expect from you?
Well, I mean, our main aim and thrust is audience development, which is why we really supported the initiative of the Joburg Film Festival, because I think we're all speaking the same language. What we can only but make films, because that's what we do,
Yeah.
So we're going to carry on making content year after year, whether the bureaucrats are with us or not. That's what I mean by dragging them along. So we've got series coming up, we've got films coming up. Every year we will produce content.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what more you guys will be able to do. And Lunga, thank you so much for continuing to be a part of a project that shines the light on South African storytellers, young people making moves, and of course the art. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
Much appreciated. That was creative duo Jahmil X.T, Qubeka and Layla Swart, who were honored at the inaugural Emerging Storyteller Award for their status as exciting new voices in the African storytelling at the Joburg Film Festival last night. And with them was, of course, Festival Brand Manager, a face that we love and is a friend of the show, and that is, of course, Lunga Nene. Time for a quick break. Please stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for